So hello everyone. I am Jen Kevin M. Rondina and I am the reporter in the story The White Horse of Alih by Miguel Alvarez Enriquez. Um, Content overview. The first one is vocabularies. The second one is author's biography. The third one is place, short description. The last one is literary text, moral realization, and literary analysis. So here are the vocabularies that I've got from the story, which I found out very difficult. So the first one is malevolent. So malevolent means benevolent. The second one rather, buried or unburied, which means secured or closed. The third one is divulges or means conceals. Inclinations means aversions or shall I say slope or kanang slant. The fifth rather, exacerbate means alleviate. Infidel means believer. Masings means actions. Empedeng means past. And engenders means suppresses. So now, I will go deeper and kanang ilhon o kinsa ang author sa story, which is Miguel Alvarez Enriquez background and by bibliography. So, Miguel Alvarez Enriquez was born in the year 1925. He is a Filipino by birth. He started writing at age of 20. He's a novelist, story writer, and playing with. He studied elementary and secondary at Ateneo de Zamboanga, gained his AB at Arellano University, went on to study and gain a Master of Fine Arts degree in creative writing at the State University of Lawa, though an international scholarship and a Fulbright grant. Earned a Guggenheim Fellowship, which he used to travel around Europe. He then studied in the University Central de Madrid and a Zobel de Ayala grant. His short stories began to appear in countless publications as early as 1939. So now, I will go in the analysis of The White Horse of Alih. So before that, I will further explain what is really the content of this story. So, or unsa asa ni gikan ang or unsay gi-point out ani nga story. So The White Horse of Alih, kani nga story is it unfolds in a city celebrating the American holiday, a day symbolizing freedom and independence. This historical context assumes significance as it alludes to the colonial era of the Philippines marked by the American influence and occupation. During this period, the Moro community, of which Alih is a part, experienced marginalization and injustice at the hands of foreign forces. The story subtly hints at the larger struggle for identity and self-determination in the face of cultural assimilation. So, based on what I understand in the story, so ang kaning story is, it talks about kanang the identity crisis, the cultural hindrances about Alih's life because kanang na siya gilove nga girl which is kanang na different religion as him. So through that kanang na forbid iyang love since kanang bawal man sa religions or beyond man sa religions of girl to have a relationship with Moro, which is si Alih. So that's why Alih kanang being or kanang naka-feel og unrequited love and after all those experiences he has experienced sa iyang stay nga community, ni try siya og kanang revenge by killing or kanang doing violence actions, and kanang he tried to make some violence and kanang tragedy nga naka-cost him nga kanang mahimo siyang bati nga tao, but he did that thing because he wanted to kanang to prove that kanang he truly loved that girl or kanang he truly did that kanang to make himself like relieve some relief to revenge, but not, pero bati jud ang iyang way of kanang revenge. So here is the theme of the story. So as its core, the White Horse of Alih delves into the dangerous implications of vengeance and the inherent conflict between violence, peace, purity, and forbidden love. So to further explain the themes, Alih's innocent desires from his youth, such as his longing for love and a horse, symbolize the purity of his early life. However, the tragic loss of his father and Omar's influence propelled him towards a path of violence and retribution. The narrative emphasizes the consequences of unrestrained anger and rash actions, culminating in a tragic event that shocks the town. Another underlying theme lies in forbidden love, subtly weaving its way through the narrative. Alih's unspoken affection for Lucy and his infatuation with Fermina represent his yearning for emotional connections obstructed by societal barriers and personal dilemmas. This unrequited love depends Alih's inner turmoil, further underscoring the complexity of his character. So understandable kaayo nga kanang ang theme ani kay violence, peace, purity, and forbidden love, because kanang wala man niya na pursue ang love niya sa iyang love nga si Lucy because of cultural differences, and naka-feel siya unrequited love, and so that's why kanang nihatag na og great turmoil sa iya nga, which caused him a complexity of his kanang character, like libog na kaayo siya ug unsa jud iyang character, since kanang naman sa siya affection after kanang kang Lucy na sa siya affection kang Fermina na nakita niya sa during the parade man guro to, or unsa to na event, basta na event yun, na-meet na niya or nakita ni niya sa Fermina. The next one is the social and historical context. So American colonial rule, countries colonization, foreign rule. So to explain that one, too, the setting of the story during the American holiday holds historical significance, as it likely represents the period of American colonial rule in the Philippines. So kanang gi-colonize ang Philippines by the Americans. So this context illuminates the power dynamics between the colonizers and the colonized, exemplified through the celebration and festivities of the American holiday. So the Moro communities, marginalization, and restricted access to certain areas serves as a backdrop to Alih's unfulfilled desires and his quest for revenge. The story subtly alludes to larger struggle for independence and self-determination during this period, reflecting the challenges faced by colonized nations under foreign rule. So gi-rule good ang Moros sa mga American, which made Alih to revenge or seek for revenge. So to continue this one, so these are the characters in the story. So first is Alih. So as the central protagonist, Alih is a multifaceted character grappling with profound internal conflicts throughout the story. So to further explain, so kani si Alih is it is a desire and affectionate nature illustrate his human vulnerability and innocence. So however, the tragic loss of his father and Omar's influence cloud his worldview, pushing him down a perilous path of violence. Despite this, Alih's swift intervention to protect Fermina from Omar reveals his capacity for compassion and love, underscoring the intricacies of his characters. So, the next one is Omar. As Alih's elder brother, Omar plays a pivotal role in shaping Alih's beliefs and actions. So, he becomes the driving force behind Alih's quest for vengeance, employing their father's unjust death, and a catalyst for their violent ideology. Omar's cowardice, evident through his drunken state during the planned attack, introduces irony to his character, challenging the validity of his teachings. His fear of killing contrasts sharply with his aggressive rhetoric. The next one is Fermina. So, serving a symbol of hope and emotional connection in Alih's life. So Fermina's character adds depth to the story's exploration of human emotions. Her beauty and allure capture Alih's heart, but her rejection of his advances lead him to imprisonment. Fermina's vulnerability during the tragic incident highlights the collateral damage caused by Omar and Alih's action, further questioning the righteousness of their mission. Her rule serves as a poignant reminder of the innocents' lives caught in the crossfire of vengeance and violence. So the next one is the literary devices that has being seen in the story. So the first one is foreshadowing. So foreshadowing because throughout the narrative, the author employs foreshadowing to create a sense of impending tragedy. Alih's nostalgic reflections on his childhood desires and love interests starkly contrast with the violent mission he and Omar plan to execute. The sense of foreboding heightens as the parade progresses, building tension toward the fateful encounter between Alih, Omar, and Fermina. The next one is symbolism. So symbolism because the white horse serves as a potent symbol in the story, representing the allure of martyrdom and heavenly rewards promised to those who die while killing infidels. It encapsulates Alih's longing for redemption and an afterlife marked by the heroic deeds. The symbol also underscores the dangers of fanaticism and the misguided interpretation of religious teachings. The balete tree symbolizes Alih's moment of reflection and contemplation, providing him with a brief respite from the chaos of the parade. The next one is irony. So irony permeates the narrative, especially in Alih's intervention to protect Fermina from Omar's aggression. Instead of fulfilling their mission to kill, Alih inadvertently causes his brother's death. This unexpected turn of events accentuates the complexities of human emotions and the unforeseen consequences of violent actions. The irony extends to the broader context of the story, where a day of celebration turns into a day of tragedy. The American holiday meant to symbolize freedom and independence witnesses the violent clash between the Moro community and the occupying forces. So the juxtaposition of joyous celebrations and the dark intentions of Alih and Omar adds depth to the story's themes of conflict and the dual nature of human beings. The next one is internal conflict. So internal conflict because the narrative extensively explores Alih's internal struggle as he wrestles with conflicting emotions and beliefs. His recollections of Lucy and Fermina evoke memories of innocent love and underscoring his yearning for human connection and a sense of belonging. However, the influence of Omar's teaching clouds Alih's perspective, propelling him toward vengeance. This inner conflict humanizes Alih and reinforces the notion that individuals are not mere instruments of violence, but are shaped by their experiences, relationships, and doubts. The last one is collective trauma because the story delves into the impact of collective trauma on a community. The unjust killing of Alih and Omar's father by the American soldiers forms the foundation of their desire for revenge. It highlights the lasting scars left by violence, and how such experiences can perpetuate cycles of hatred and retribution. The historical context of American colonial rule further underscores the marginalization and oppression faced by the Moro community, adding depth to the narrative. So the conclusion of this story is kanang The Whiters of Alih by Miguel Alvarez Enriquez is thus a thought-provoking short story that delves into the depths of human emotions and the consequences of violent ideologies. Alih, as he grapples with the complexities of love, revenge, and the pursuit of peace, the story serves as a cautionary tale about the destructive nature of vengeance and the dangers of extremist thought through vivid characters, sketches, and poignant literary devices. So this is the summary of Kanang, The White Horse of Alih by Migs Alvarez Enriquez. So thank you so much for watching and have a good day. And thank you. God bless.